Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem HaRachakodash, and double honors to our apostles and elders here at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. So this outburst you're about to see from this woman here is an example of what I believe is a combination of both anger and fear if and when her ability to live a free life on this side comes to an end, as people are talking about Trump and the ending of the government funding things such as food stamps, etc. And she was live, I guess, on TikTok, Facebook, or whatever, and I believe somebody was either saying something to her, make fun of her, like, you know, it's only a matter of time, or you only got so much time left, and this was her reaction.
I got something negative to say. Negative Nazis. I'm sick of y'all. Yeah, first thing I was about Section 8. Go get some Section 8. Who don't want no Section 8? Who want to be struggling? Got about 10 damn families living in one house and y'all worried about Section 8. God, I'm living my best life over here. Living my best life over here. On Section 8. And I'm gonna die on Section 8. I don't got no more or no future getting off of it. So if you're waiting on my Section 8, back in line, you're gonna be waiting on Section 9, waiting on my show enough is, I ain't letting it go. Period. Period.
So I'm pretty sure this woman voted for Kamala, and she's just one of many where that for years she heard that eventually the time's going to come where her way of lifestyle may come to an end. And it's just been rumor after rumor, and whenever they do something, nothing actually sticks. Just like the other day, right, when Trump, well, if it wasn't yesterday or the day before, but Trump did what? He supposedly was trying to put a halt to federal spending and federal grants. So that includes like student loans, and that includes food stamps, anything federal. So when you hear stuff like that in Section 8, right, being put to a halt or stop, these, you could say primarily women, if there are men on there, is most likely like Edomite men, or if there are men on there, it's more than likely because maybe they're disabled. Some are, you know, just probably on there milking the system. But for the most part, if it's a woman, or shall I say, if it's a man, the men don't get those benefits like that, but they will give them to the woman. And you have women, especially of our women, who are, you could say, generational welfare cases where they grew up in welfare or Section 8, and they don't know nothing else, and they don't want to know nothing else. And I'm gonna play another clip for you, but this what you're seeing is the women really do believe, for the most part, that there's no way that something like this can happen, like Section 8 being taken away or things being taken away. It can't happen because in their eyes, they're like, what am I going to do? Let's play the next one.
Cut off my food stamps, cash assistance, a letter from DHS. They have cut off my food stamps, cash assistance, disability for me, all 6 of my kids, and my Section 8. What do they expect me to do? I can't go out and get a job. I have been getting welfare since I was 19 years old. Over 10 years I have been on welfare. Okay, this is not a temporary solution. It is a permanent solution. So my 2 older kids that don't live with me, I have had on my case. Their dad went behind my back and put them on his food stamp case so he could get food stamps for them since they're in his home. He has a job. I need the food stamps, not him. So now they have cut me off, and Now they are forcing me to pay back over $48,000 for the last 12 months. And they are taking my taxes. So, my $40,000 tax return, I will be receiving $1. And then I'll still owe $8,000 on top of that. Or I risk jail time. Where do they think I'm going to come up with that? How am I supposed to live now?
And then, you know, the so-called black woman, she takes the cake. I believe what that was, that's a fear / anger reaction. Because she couldn't even wait till her food was done, eating her food before she went off at the mouth. She's angry and she's upset because she probably fears that the day is coming soon, and she never thought that she would see the day. And she's an able-bodied woman. She can easily go out there and work, but she doesn't want to. And like I said, a lot of them are generational welfare case. A lot of them were born in it, and they didn't just live the whole life milking it for free. Like you said, I'm over here living my best life. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Free rent and free food, and you just going out and just doing whatever, ghettos, all hell. You know you got probably children up in there. So you're getting extra money, extra assistance. And she sees that it's gonna come to an end, and that to me, that's an outburst of anger and fear. She doesn't know what she's gonna do. She's upset. And as we know what the scripture says, I'm gonna first read a few from Proverbs. It's Proverbs 6, verse 9. It says, "How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth, and thy want as an armed man." The NLT says, "Then poverty will pounce on you like a bandit. Scarcity will attack you like an armed robber." And you have Proverbs 19, verse 15. It says, "Slothfulness casteth into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger." So the point is, the scriptures teach, especially for a man, right? If you too slothful or too lazy to try to make something of yourself, and you managing to just get by off of maybe like another person's dime, or maybe your parents just paying for everything, and you just like, shit, I just stay in the house and eat chips and play video games. I ain't got to worry about nothing. And you 25, 26, getting old, no motivation, no desire to get out and do anything, because you just say, I don't want to think. I just want to be taken care of. You have a lot of people like that in this world today. All it takes is some type of setback or something to happen to that, your parents or anything like that. And then next thing you know, you're going to be hungry. Now poverty is just snapped upon you, jumped upon you. It just surprised you. Yeah. So these women, they know that they're in a case just like that one there. And they know all they can't do nothing but just get on the internet and look into a camera screen. Because a lot of these women in particular, they truly just don't think that this man is capable of doing that, because they're supposed to consider what it is that they have. And they really just don't see that they can do that. They don't. Like in the past, many years ago, when I was explaining the chip to my mom, and I kept saying it, you know, it's funny now she's starting to come around. When the whole voting thing was going on, she was really trying to root for Kamala, because she was trying to prevent Elon Musk from getting in there, to prevent the Gates from hell from getting in there, to prevent people from trying to chip. She actually said that. And I said, look, I'm glad to see that you might be coming around, but you got to understand it's inevitable. But you see, they're trying to resist, right? But years ago, she said, I don't think that they would do something like that because it's inhumane. So chipping people and forcing people not to do this, she just said it's just inhumane. I just don't see them doing that. And that's what how a lot of women honestly think. They honestly think that they say within themselves, they can't take this away or they can't do this to me because then what am I supposed to do? That's what they think. And just like I told her, I said, you all are going to find out who you're dealing with. You are dealing with the devil. And that is exactly why the Lord says in Isaiah 32:9, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And the vintage represents like wine, right? The good, and wine represents pleasure. When the Lord said that vintage shall fail, meaning that lifestyle, like she said, I'm living my best life over here. It's going to fail. And they heard rumors, and it's going to be a whole game changer when it actually sticks, because most of the time, every time the EBT shuts off, it's normally just for a few days and then it gets cut back on. Or when Trump said that he was going to stop the grants and stuff, a judge stepped in, I think like the next day, to kind of block it. So it's going temporarily. Just wait until it actually sticks and it's like permanent, because he basically trying to shut the government down for a whole, I think 90 days or something like that. And from what I heard, I didn't really research it yet, but from what I heard, I'm sure I can check. But he's just making it to where for you to be qualified of the same things you've been getting, you have to work at least like 30 hours a week or 32 hours a week, which is basically full time, basically. Normally, if I recall, I believe like part-time work is considered like, per pay period, maybe like 32 hours or something per pay period. Whereas a full-time worker may work maybe like 80 hours. If you were part-time, you working maybe like 32 hours, something like that. So he's demanding that you show some type of effort, right, to obtain what they've been getting. And these women are losing their minds. And because they don't want to lose it. They truly just, they ride the system. They trust in Egypt. They trust in Esau, Edom. And they believe that their logic is, they can't take this from me because they got to consider my situation, and they got to consider that I can't do nothing else. I can't go out there, which a lot of them, like you see, like that woman, clearly she can. She doesn't want to. Right? She's been enabled to just live like that. So, and she's at ease, living her best life. So when the vintage fails, when those governments goodies actually fail, she's going to lose her mind. She's going to lose her mind. They're really starting to lose their mind. That's why they was voting so hard for Kamala, because they believe that she's going to, because they're thinking like Trump's going to come in and take my vintage away. It's going to happen. And I just pray for the day that when it sticks, not just say something, like I said, the EBT cards are down, but come Friday it's working, or 3 days later it's working. When it actually sticks, and they said, it's going to be like that for a month or 2 months or 3 months or 6 months, or that's just how it is. You're really going to see these women lose their minds. As you can see that woman there, just the thought, because why else would that bother you? If you truly believe that you're going to die on Section 8, and you truly believe that you're not going to see the day where that vintage won't come, why are you letting somebody bother you by saying, yeah, they coming for that Section 8 or Section 8? It's because in her mind, she's saying if that actually happens, I won't be able to cope with this, so I'm just going to lash out at you. I'm going to die on this. Well, if you're so sure, why you get upset, right? It's because they're starting to doubt, and Trump is starting to make those moves. But just wait till it actually sticks, right? Like you heard that woman said, the Edomite woman, right? Living good, and they're so delusional. Okay, that's what you got to realize. These women are delusional. Yeah. If the father of 2 of your children is living with him, and he needs some food stamps, then he get the damn food stamps. But she looking like, I need that. You see, women are delusional, man. These women are actually delusional. They actually think like That belongs to me. I deserve that. I need that because I'm the one that need it. You don't need it. I need it. Right? So just wait till when shit really hit the fan and majority of these women that's on these government assistant programs, when they actually fail or when they actually been told like you got to go to work or you just can't get a free ride no more. You can't live off the system no more because they are such at ease, man. You're going to see them lash out. Imagine what that woman's going to do when it actually fails. If that's her lashing out just off the idea that she can see is coming, wait till it actually comes. And that's why the Lord said that he's going to laugh at you two-thirds Israelites. He's going to, for the most part, laugh at you. And we're going to laugh too. See? It goes on. Tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, and for the pleasant fields, and for the fruitful vine. Yes, all your goodies, all your pleasant handouts, your gifts, all these things you just get for free. Screwing a man over, your father, your children over, living rent free, ruining his life while eating free, living for free, paying hardly nothing, just being a straight up menace to society, menace to families. When the gut, because you're just so dependent on the system and you just know that it's always going to be there because your mama was in a Section 8 and so was your grandmama, and you know you in there, you ain't nothing going to happen because you know them food stamps are going to come and you get more than enough food stamps each month, so you get to just really just eat it up, live it up. When it actually fails, which is actually starting to fail, but when it really sticks and it fails, man, are you in for a world of hurt? And we're just going to sit back and we're going to laugh at you, man. And yes, you actually have some who are hurt. You know, you got some brothers and sisters that's dependent on that because it's hard out here. And some brothers and sisters actually have situations where they need the help, maybe because of injury or disability, whatever the case is. But the Lord's going to provide for those. But the bulk of the people that's on it, primarily women, right, and Edomites, because I believe statistics show that it's actually more Edomites that's on the government assisted programs than actual Jake. So they're all going to start to feel it. And it's most likely the majority is going to be those women that's going to start to feel it. You understand? Because there's hardly any help for a man out here, hardly any help or assistance. So the ones that's actually living off of it, and they brag about it. She's on the internet bragging about it. So she knows, and in her mind, she's confident it ain't going nowhere and I ain't going nowhere. Because she truly thinks that they can't do this to me because of this or because of that. Wait till the devil really show his horns. That's why you're really delusional, because you think this devil gonna stop and consider your situations. He don't care. He don't care. He's gonna strip you of that vintage, and he's still gonna demand that you pay. You're gonna see who the cruel Lord is. But you're gonna go in there with your 4 or 5 children and think that you're gonna win them over by just crying and say, look, I got all these children. How am I supposed to eat? How am I supposed to do that? And they're gonna say, look, not my problem. And he needs to do that. I can't wait till he does that, because you women truly do sit back and think he can't do this because it's just not right. He can't enforce a chip. That's just not right. That's inhumane. So I just don't see it. Well, you're going to know who you're dealing with real soon. As Isaiah 19:4 says, and the Egyptians will I give over unto the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And we believe Trump could be that cruel Lord, because this is Egypt all over again, the people of Babylon. And the leader of Egypt is the Pharaoh, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, as well as the so-called Jewish man. You Egyptians, right? You're dependent on the system. And the scripture says, woe unto them that trust in the shadow of Egypt. Shame shall cover thee. You're going to be shamed for trusting in Egypt, because it says their horses are many, or because you think ain't nothing going to happen to your government assistance. you need it. You've been milking it for you seen generation. It ain't going nowhere, right? Oh, when it actually comes, oh, that's gonna be a sight to see. So that sight right there is a sight. That Outlast is a combination of anger and fear. Wait till it actually happens, though. These women are gonna be in trouble, man, and man, it's gonna hit them hard. Just the reality of knowing that vintage has failed. It's gonna be a sight to see, man. But the Lord's gonna protect the sincere brothers and sisters who's been using those things to get by, who the Lord blessed them with. He's gonna make sure that they get away somehow, some way, man. But the squeeze is coming. With that, shalom.